What's up with y'all, man? It's your boy David. We back with another reaction video. We got it's a new shit, bro. We got the Saweetie allegations. It's the first time Saweetie popped up in the news all year, nigga. Shit, and it's not for new music. It's for some goddamn allegations. What the fuck is she on? She not locked in for a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big Saweetie fan, but goddamn it, you an artist, right? Why you not doing your artistic thing? Why you not artisting, bro? You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, man, if you like what y'all see, man, make sure y'all like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get it.
I want to talk about this recent story involving rapper Saweetie getting exposed by her former road manager, who basically accused her of moving like an escort. I'm sure a lot.
Honestly, man, a lot of female rappers be moving like escorts. I mean, not a lot, but it's a couple of numbers that be moving like escorts. I know for a fact, Young Miami was moving like one when she was fucking with Diddy and shit. And that's the only example I really know, but damn, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked or surprised. It's hard to make a living out here, bro. It's tough. Life ain't easy, nigga. No cap.
A lot of people recognize the name.
Well, not L road manager. That nigga tried to expose her crazy, but that's tough.
Or at least the face. Saweetie got it popping back in 2017 with her breakout song Icy Girl. After that, she had a few big
I forgot what that shit sounded like, by the way.
hits and a very public relationship with the rapper Quavo. But even though her music pushed her to the top, a lot of the conversations around her career has always been about her image, her relationships, and whether the fame was...
Yep, not her music. And that's one thing that you just cannot escape, especially when you're a female rapper. It's always about what you're doing and not the music, or how you look and not the music, which is so crazy. But sometimes it is about the music, though. But it depends on the type of artist that you are. It depends if you're a good artist or not. Like, Doja Cat's a much better artist than Saweetie. But she do be getting into some real controversy, though. You know what I'm saying? So, it just depends on the caliber of artist that you are.
Built on more than just the music. Now, let's get into this particular story. A few days ago, a woman who goes by the name of Maybach May.
God damn! Hey, this bitch is like one of them niggas off that... She was like a neighbor, nigga. What the fuck? That chin long as hell. This bit might just be what that shit called. Bro, I swear I remember it's just one thing off. It's this horror ARG thing. She look like she off a horror ARG like them goddamn monsters, nigga. Her chin long as shit. She a neighbor, nigga. It's not a regular ass person. God damn.
Who claimed to be Saweetie's former road manager went viral after posting a series of social media posts accusing Saweetie of exploiting her current boyfriend, which is footballer Jadon Sancho, for money. Basically, she claimed that she was the one who arranged Saweetie's trip to London, where she met Jadon. Some of y'all might recognize the name or face. Jadon Sancho is a very famous
I know who the fuck this is, bro.
25-year-old English footballer, or soccer player like Americans would say, who plays for Aston Villa in the Premier League. Saweetie and Jadon first...
Yeah, he tough. He in the premiers. He tough.
Linked up back in January 2025 following her visit to Chelsea FC's home stadium, Stamford Bridge, back when Jadon was playing there for one season on a loan. That trip ended up being a turning point because, according to Saweetie's former road manager, that's where the story started. Now, Miss Maybach May put up a few posts, but...
I call her Maybach May. I call her Miss Chin. Long Chin. LC. Her name LC now, nigga. Long Chin. God damn. Pistol grip ass chin. That shit like a pistol, nigga. God damn. Chin so long, that motherfucker like a pencil.
The most prominent one was a screenshot of what she claimed was a text conversation between her and Saweetie. And in those messages, Saweetie was allegedly making an inquiry about Jadon Sancho, basically asking, you know, how much money could I run up if I ended up getting with this guy? And that was one of the most talked...
Jadon! Ah, you going outside, nigga? Oh, no! If I found out this shit happened to me, bitch, I'll be sick to my stomach, nigga. I'll be like, huh? You only fuck with me for the bread? You only fuck with me for the bread? Why? Shit crazy.
About parts of these allegations. This text that the ex-manager claimed came from Saweetie herself, and the message said, when bitches run it up on Jadon, how much they doing in a weekend.
Using that whole ass nigga, that's tough.
So that line alone had people online losing their minds, because if that text is real, it sounds like...
Wait, hold on, what the fuck is this? What?
Message said, when bitches...
What does mean? My messages to you are blue. What the fuck? Yo. What is this? Did that shit say did what the fuck? Hey, these messages are weird as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Run it up on Jaden how much they doing in a weekend. So that line alone had people online losing their minds, because if that text is real, it sounds like she's asking, you know, how much are other women making off of him, almost like she's comparing rates. And that's what made this whole situation spiral, because it doesn't just sound messy, it sounds very transactional. And this is important because this is not the first time Saweetie has been accused of this type of thing. Over the years, there's been quiet talk, rumors, gossip, whatever you want to call it, through the grapevine about her using relationships as a business move. Now, this is kind of when it starts getting into the territory where people begin throwing around words like selling the pum pum or escorting, which basically is a very serious accusation.
I don't think she's selling it, but I do think she's trying to run up a bag on niggas though. For sure. I ain't gonna lie.
Some of y'all might remember how back in 2022, a little over a year after her breakup with Quavo, he seemingly called her out on the song Messy with the late Takeoff. Rest in peace to Takeoff. On that record, he said, BITCH, after my dog behind my back, but I ain't stressing. And at the time, everybody knew who the dog was rumored to be. It was Offset. And that...
Damn! Offset, nigga? Oh my god. Hey, this nigga filthy as fuck, bro. This shit crazy. Hey, Offset a filthy ass nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He a dog, bro. That shit crazy.
The lyric right there came right after online rumors started spreading online that Saweetie and Offset had hooked up behind Quavo's back, which allegedly is what started the beef between the two members of the Migos, who are the only two ones left. Saweetie never confirmed it, neither did Offset. However, Offset did years later, recently actually, he denied that. But that moment definitely changed how a lot of people started looking at Saweetie. So now with these new allegations from her former road manager, people are revisiting that old situation, not because the stories are, you know, the same, but because they both paint a picture of how Saweetie moves when it comes to men with status and power, right? Now, her former road manager put up a few other posts, and one of the most notable ones is where she referred to Jaden Sancho as a client. I want to make one thing clear. I booked her for an appearance to visit the Chelsea Stadium and support the soccer team. Instead of paying me, she fell in love with the client and told him not to pay me. I was a road manager with her, getting her deals. I was solid to this girl. She got what she wanted and never paid me. Simple. I want my money. Interesting. She claimed she was actually the one who arranged for Saweetie and Jaden to link up, but according to her, things didn't go as planned. And in reality, at least based on what the road manager is saying, the whole plan was for Saweetie to get together with Jaden and he would trick on her, okay? Meaning he'd spend money on her, buy gifts, fly her out, take care of her.
I better not be, nobody watch me. Don't be doing no shit like that, bro. That is fucking crazy. Buy her shit, buying her shit, flying her out, all that and more. You don't even know this hoe. You don't even know her. My God.
Financially in exchange for her time and attention. Basically, paying for the boom boom, right? But instead of keeping a business, Saweetie allegedly, fell in love with the guy, and that's what Miss Maybach is claiming. So that's when, this whole story.
So she's not selling anything. She just likes this nigga. I don't understand what the fuck the problem is. I'm not seeing it. I was so ready to call her a smut and a whore, but I don't see it. She just likes this nigga. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Turned from just messy into something way more serious. I'll tell a joke, but I ain't never told a lie. I sent you to Dubai because you never balled before and was depressed looking for a happy life. Took you to London, babes. Took you to Nigeria. Booked you on an Australian tour. I helped this girl so much, only for her to play with my money at the end. I'm just missing my payment money from London. Pay up before I start naming the rest of the husbands you was playing with. And her beef with Saweetie is basically that Saweetie didn't pay her.
Saweetie, pay this fucking girl, bro. Oh my God, man. Yo, pay her. Shit.
For these services, okay? Like 50 cents, she wanted her goddamn money. Now, some people might call that matchmaking or management, but depending on how you look at it, if what this woman is saying is actually true, that starts crossing into something way darker, because what she's describing sounds a lot like what they call procure. Because what she's describing...
What that mean?
Sounds a lot like procuring.
Procurement? What that mean?
Which, by definition, is when someone arranges or facilitates sexual encounters for money, on.
Oh, nigga, she a pimp? Saweetie got pimps on her background? Man, pay her, nigga, before she start naming shit. Fuck.
In illegal terms, that's literally what's known as pimping or being a madame, which falls under sex trafficking laws in the United States and most other countries. So if, and that's a big if, what she's claiming actually happened, that wouldn't just be messy, That would be a crime.
Illegal as fuck. Damn, I know she was moving like that. Although a lot of times when it comes to celebrities, a lot of their love lives is not regular. It's very much prostitution and selling that motherfucking shit. If you know, you know. I ain't gonna lie.
But again, these are just allegations. None of this has been confirmed, and Saweetie hasn't, publicly spoken about this. And I just don't know how smart it is for the ex-manager to even put this out there publicly.
It's not, because like you just said, you know what I'm saying, if this is what it looks like and she's a fucking pimp, her bitch ass is going to jail. That long chin asshole is going to jail too. Just say you want your money just say you want your money. If you don't get your money, stop fucking with the bitch, because she's clearly not trustworthy or good for it. But you out here spreading all this shit about yourself and her. If you gonna do it, make her look bad. Don't make it seem like you a pimp, my nigga. You finna get cooked. Fuck you talking about?
For a few reasons. Number one, I don't know if this is how she makes her money, but if it is, this move could seriously hurt her business, because anyone with money or status is gonna look at this and think, yeah, I'm not working with someone.
Yeah, they're not gonna work with her. They want, because people with money and status, they're looking for a very elevated level of privacy and security when it comes to their business dealings. So you just blasting all that shit out there, it's kind of wild. But then again, she didn't get paid, so I can't be too mad at her. But you know what I'm saying, shit wild.
Who's exposing private stuff like that. And number two, if there's even a little truth to what she's saying, she might have actually put herself in danger, because when you start talking about flying people around for things like that, it can get the authorities involved real quick. I mean, that's not just drama anymore. That's the kind of thing that can turn into a real investigation. So honestly, she might have exposed herself too while trying to expose Saweetie, because if this ever gets to the point where the FBI, whoever starts, looking into it, Saweetie could easily flip it into, she could say that, hey, I was being extorted, or, the manager was the one who was trying to set her up. And just like that, Saweetie gets the get out of jail free card, right? But that's beside the point. This type of thing isn't very rare in the entertainment world. Obviously, none of this is confirmed. These are all allegations, and that's exactly how we're labeling it for now, the Saweetie allegations. But let's be real, a lot of this kind of stuff goes on behind the scenes, right? And it's just that most of the time, it never goes to the public. Whether it's certain Instagram models or bottle girls, influencers, once they're connected to the entertainment space, it's a whole different ball game, because what happens is you start mixing money, fame, and access. That's where the lines get blurry. Now, whatever you want to say about Saweetie, go ahead, but the truth is, she got money. She's a millionaire. She's not broke. She got money, but that doesn't automatically mean someone can get caught up in a situation like this, because the truth is, a lot of women who move in these circles, they might have money, but at the same time, they just don't have that kind of money, right?
Right, they got millions, but they're not moving elite. Like, they're not really balling, but they got it though. They good. They set for life, they're practically set for life, but they're not really balling heavy. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's trying to say.
Like, just to give you an idea, Jadon Sancho, the young man we talked about who's 25, who plays in the Premier League, he's reportedly making 300,000 British pounds a week. That's almost 400,000 US dollars every single week. So rapper money is very different from athlete, but specifically Premier League money, clearly. So when you're in those circles, when that kind of money's floating around, it's a different ballgame, right? And they don't just deal with random women on the street. They go through people, connections, introductions, recommendations, okay, from inside their...
Like I'm trying to say, man, people of the same status are likely to fuck with each other. That's why a lot of times you don't see like girls that are like in the entertainment industry fucking with like regular niggas. That's not what they do. They gonna fuck with a top rapper nigga or a top nigga in that sphere. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is, bro. That's why a lot of these rappers be dating the same girl over and over again, because she's just more known in the world type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Little world. So when you see a woman with some kind of, popularity, and I'm not specifically saying Saweetie here, but when you see them with these types of women, these types of guys, they don't just pay for, sex. They're also paying for the drama-free experience that comes with it. They know that if they mess with another woman who doesn't have anything to lose, who isn't established or doesn't have her own name, that can get messy fast. But if the woman already has some kind of platform status or reputation, it feels safer to them, right? She understands discretion, she understands the game, and she's not about to risk everything for attention.
She's not. Saweetie's not. But her goddamn manager, that pistol grip out hoe, she finna take everything, nigga. No cap. Saweetie, pay her, man. Pay her. It's gonna get nasty. Pay her.
Mindset a lot of these ultra wealthy guys have. So it's not always about just attraction. It's about control, privacy, and keeping their world clean from unnecessary problems. I mean, we're talking about wealthy CEOs, executives, entrepreneurs, obviously athletes and musicians and stuff like that. And most of the time, these men already have like a main woman or a wife or a long-term partner who's already aware of how things work. So when they do have someone on the side, that's an arrangement, okay? They know that they can just mess around with anyone, because one bird-ass bitch.
One bird-ass bitch, the whole motherfucking tower come down, nigga. That's why I fucked your nigga. It's over now.
Can't fuck
Fun's over. She ruined it.
up the whole operation. So that's why a lot of this stuff goes on very quietly through people they trust, introductions, recommendation circles, where everybody already knows the rules, like I said. So that gets into a whole different conversation, one I'm actually working on for a separate video. But back to Saweetie. Now, it's being alleged that she had multiple trips booked and arranged by this former road manager. The manager claims that they're flying out to all kinds of destinations: Europe, Africa, Australia with the kangaroos and shit, you name it. And according to her, those weren't just regular work trips. She's claiming there was a whole other purpose behind them, which, if true, would completely change how people...
Yeah, she got lip filler? Saweetie got some lip filler. Look. Her lips look different here, right here. Look at that shit. I didn't know she had some lip filler, bro. That's crazy.
Look at Saweetie's public image, because even though these kinds of rumors have been echoing around the industry for years, Saweetie's always tried to play on a certain image, which is like the classy, feminine, and business savvy look, right? Or classy, I would say, early on in her career. Later on, she just said fuck it, right? So the Icy Girl brand that she built early on, it was about luxury, confidence, and independence. But at the same time,
your hair lips look a lot fuller right here, bro. She got that filler, boy. No cap.
The way she's moved outside of that brand has often been the complete opposite. Like a few years ago, she went viral due to this Instagram live she put up where she was telling women, if he's not buying you a Birkin bag or paying your bills, throw that nigga back to the streets.
Which is some fucking bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. She's out of her fucking mind. You paying the bills of a bitch you don't know. You buying these hoes Birkins. What the fuck do you mean? You're a sucker, nigga. You should be slapped in the fucking face. Your mama should have swallowed you. You're a sucker. What the fuck?
If he's not getting you a Birkin,
and look, it's 12,000 people eating this dumbass shit up. I hate this hoe. Oh my god.
not paying for your bills, and throw that nigga back to the streets, okay?
Coincidentally enough, she dropped a song right before that moment called Back to the Streets. So a lot of people started feeling like the whole thing was just marketing, which it was, where she was playing into that same image in order to sell the music. And the issue with that is pretty obvious. You're selling women in your audience this fantasy that if a man isn't buying you a designer bag, which is worthless, or paying your bills, he's not worth your time.
The bags are fucking worthless as shit, I'm not gonna lie. You spent $100,000 on an item to hold other items. You know, capitalism, man, it's one hell of a drug. It's a beautiful thing, bro. No cap.
Which, in other words, you're basically saying this pum pum can be bought. Now, as for this particular story, again, these are just allegations. Saweetie hasn't responded to anything, but it's the kind of claim that sticks, especially when it feeds into an image people have already questioned. And the conversation that's been coming up about Saweetie for a while now is how much she's actually benefited from what people call pretty privilege, which in other words means the idea that her...
Every single rapper that's a girl, or most of them, 99% of them, benefit from pretty privilege. Every time anybody listens to Megan Thee Stallion, the first thing they talk about is how bad she is, and then her music. Anytime it's a female rapper or a female musician, how bad she is comes first, then the music. When it's a dude, it's not the same. When it's a dude that's making the music comes first, then maybe if he's really like that in the face and the body, they build the sexual appeal after, right? But like with women, sex appeal is the whole game. With dudes, it's kind of ability matters more than sex appeal. If y'all catch my drift, bro.
Looks opened the door for her.
So duh, of course it did. Like, come on now, nigga. She's a female rapper. What the fuck?
That she's been rewarded for being attractive more than her actual talent. But recently, she actually flipped the whole conversation on its head, and she went viral for it. During a recent interview, Saweetie actually talked about something she called pretty punishment. In her words, people have seen that she's gorgeous, she's getting money, she's getting bags, she's always in a spotlight. But what they don't see is how many doors were slammed in her face, how many times she's been counted out or underestimated because of her appearance. And this is according to...
I think the underestimation because of her appearance isn't from the fact that, like, oh, she's pretty. I think the underestimation of her abilities comes from maybe they're like, oh, she's pretty, so she's probably stupid or dumb or not smart enough, probably some shit like that. I think those are the doors that were closed, like on her. Because when you're an attractive person, like you, life is on kind of like on easy mode for you. When you look good, people play. The game is different when you look good, bro. When you got that face card, you look good. The game is different, bro. Okay.
All right, this is her perspective. Saweetie said they talk about pretty privilege, but they don't talk about pretty punishment. And what she meant by that is that being pretty comes with a different kind of bias. People project on you, they assume things, and sometimes they even root against you out of animosity or hidden it.
And that jealousy too. Yeah, that is also another part of it as well. But it depends though, because some people, it depends on what it is. Like, some people are jealous, but then some people like they fuck with you because you are the way you look. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's weird.
Agendas. And Saweetie said that this is something that she's dealt with her entire life.
Feel like the industry has tried to count you out, like
Since I started.
talk about it, man. Because I think people look, to be honest, people see you're gorgeous. You're getting endless bags. You are, listen, that girl. I don't think they understand how many doors, how many rejections, how many times people have counted you out.
I saw it on TikTok. They were like, they talk about pretty privilege, but they don't talk about pretty punishment. There's been so many times I've just been counted out, and I know that it's behind animosity. I know it's because of a hidden agenda, but it makes me work harder. But this has happened like my whole life. So it's like what I deal with in the industry is just different face, same case.
Oof.
Now after that,
W interviewer, bro. I love her reaction. No cap. She you know she getting that money for real, nigga. She talking about some ooh. She said the most basic shit ever. She talking about some ooh. Oh yeah. Crazy.
clip went viral. Saweetie got a lot of backlash online, but she pushed back, saying the media twisted her words and misrepresented her point. On X, formerly known as Twitter, she said the conversation wasn't about bragging or complaining. It was about microaggressions, hidden agendas, and what it's really like to move through the industry as a woman who's constantly being judged for her looks. And she clarified that she's grateful and she's happy for her success. You know, glory to God, I believe she said. But the pressure, bias, and judgment is real. And she ended it by saying,
it is real. I won't lie, it is real. I won't sit here and play like they don't be out here discrediting and discounting women a lot in the industry. That is true. That is true.
and she's not phased, and that she'll keep going because she has a vision, right? So yeah, she framed the whole pretty privilege narrative into something deeper, and whether you agree or not, it's definitely got people talking, right? Now, I don't know exactly where Saweetie stands after these allegations. We haven't heard her side, and everything that's come out so far is still just claims. But what we do know is that this whole conversation opens up a much bigger door, because it's way more common than people think. And it got me thinking about something else, which is, if Saweetie, someone with money, fame, and a career, and a very strong brand, is allegedly moving this way, imagine what's going on with the industry women.
Them nails are fucking, that shit is crazy. How do you wipe? I just always keep thinking about this when it comes to girls. Like, how do y'all wipe y'all ass? Like, that shit, like, she got them goddamn dragon claws, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
Who don't have any of that. Imagine what a lot of these Instagram models are doing behind the scenes, like not the
Oh yeah, them Instagram models, them hoes that always like in their highlights, they're like in a different place. Every fucking highlight you swipe on that motherfucker, they're in a different place. They're selling pussy. They're selling the box. I don't give a fuck. They selling that shit. They doing some shady shit on me.
established ones, the ones who are trying to get it popping just now, the ones who are flying out to all these different places like it's nothing.
Yep.
Amsterdam to Bali to Oslo.
Cancun, Jamaica, all that shit, nigga. Yeah, we see you. We know what you do. We know what you do.
Next day she's all up in New York and then back to Bali. Like, bitch, how the fuck you do that shit? Posting this luxurious lifestyle, but they don't have a consistent stream of income, and a lot of them are just doing what they can to keep up with the image, to survive, to maintain a lifestyle, or to chase that next opportunity, which usually comes in the form of a man with money who they're using as a come up. I think these allegations are pretty wild, and to emphasize once again, these are just allegations right now. However, I don't know, man.
Yep. And with them be just allegations, what y'all think? I honestly think, man, it's not as deep and as dark and nefarious as it seems. She was set up to meet this dude, I guess, or she went to the Chelsea Stadium. She met up with the dude. She liked the dude. Her manager making it seem like this is some prostitution shit, but I don't think it's that fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it is what it is, bro. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comments down below, man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to react to anything else, also put that shit in the comments down below. And until then, bro, I'm gonna catch y'all next one, man. We out.